Yeah, I was just a bit confused right now because we got some rewards, but all the rewards we just earned, um, they're because of some Ubisoft Uplay, which became Ubisoft Club, is now Ubisoft Connect, and therefore all these things apparently have been given out as gifts. Yeah, so maybe we should check that stuff out later on. I find this now we have to get here anyway for a manuscript. So we can check out if we've got some new stuff. Yeah, and welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The Switch version, obviously. Yeah. I wanted to say something. I forgot what it was. Right. Oh yeah, those I think we didn't own before. Those maybe. Pistol sets. No, there's nothing new, but there should be a new outfit in here. Edward the Legend outfit, that is. This is the new one we got. Yeah, the Edward the Legend outfit. Oh boy.
Ahoy! Be welcome here.
Oh boy. Ah. Ah, that was quite nasty. I believe, yeah, this is where we want to go. Yeah, so a few things happened lately. Oh right, today I have a meeting with a doctor to get my wisdom tooth removed. So the operation is not today, but it's the first meeting, so that might affect upcoming videos. Not that they have been coming regularly, these projects lately, due to a marvelous collection of reasons. Alright. Why couldn't we take this guy as human shield?
You're not losing this. Faster.
So yeah.
Not escape me. Insider.
I might not be able to talk properly for a while after the operation, which might be very soon, which might not be very soon. I can't really say because I've no idea what this operation will involve and such. All I know is that it's a pain in the ass, which is kind of why I didn't do it. Oh boy. I must have eaten something bad. Again. But lately it's becoming more and more of a problem. So like I get a bit of toothache and such things, you know. They're just rarely there. But then I take a look at the x-rays and I think, wow, how did that never show up on any other x-rays before? Those look very, like I should be in constant terrible pain. So the tooth really, the wisdom tooth, all four of them look like they are going to literally kill my entire teeth, all the other outer teeth that connected them, and maybe one or two beside them. So, yeah, it looks quite terrible, and again, it looks like I should be in constant pain. You know, because if at some other place in my body, something with the density of a tooth would be in these positions, poking against another, I don't know, a bone or something, this would be like, ah, you know, like constantly being shocked with almost lethal electroshocks or something like that. Like, I never had a really painful electroshock. I never really had anything very, very painful. I just had a few things that just, you know, the level of pain where it's so bloody annoying, you forget it from time to time, over and over and over and over again. Just be reminded that this pain is really unpleasant. Basically every time you do anything. Like, you know, it's so weak, you forget it easily, but you're reminded of it very, very often. Those are the worst kind of pain I've ever had to indulge. I hope that's the right word. So yeah.
I'll find it for you.
Okay, we gotta be a bit strategic around here. These two out. There's a mission later here. Very much later. So yeah, but then again, in the mission we really are not able to collect any of these. So maybe it's not a bad idea to, you know, get the collectibles now. Yes, yes.
Hurry up, lads! He's trying to play us.
So we don't want to catch any attention that, you know, just as preparation.
Stop there, you!
For the mission. I don't want to cause an
He
alarm.
thinks he can get away! Give over, he's vanished.
Idiot.
Oh, hey, you're scully. Trying to give us the slip.
How did these people find out about this? Yeah. Just throw your grenade slot. It's like, boy, there's not much left, right? Oh, there's still a bunch of it left. Yeah, alright. So, back to my storytelling. What was I talking about? Oh yes, the various kinds of pain I indulged. The worst pain I ever encountered, let's call it that, was probably emotional pain, you know, over the loss of people close to me, you know. Not really like physical pain. I rarely had to encounter these. You know, even when I did,
Intruder! Help!
in no time it was really like, oh god, I'm about to die, like kind of pain, more like,
Intruder! I need some help here!
oh, this is bloody.
He's trying to
This is a bloody inconvenience.
I'll be a better man. I'll even love my wife.
So, you know, this is probably going to be the worst pain I ever encountered. So that's gonna be fun. Physical pain speaking. There, but you know. That's going to be unpleasant. It's going to be really unpleasant. Let's walk around here where we already took care of everyone. A career. Oh, well. He's on our way, so. Oh yes, I remember this area from the mission. We won't catch that career. This is really not the game to talk about such dark themes, you know? It's... the atmospheric, it's just... God. I could spend an eternity in here. You know, we already calculated I have around 400 hours in this game. You know, and it's not like this is a competitive game. Why? That kind of hours are relatively normal. Relatively normal. Yeah, so besides that, Cyberpunk has been delayed again. So you know, no Cyberpunk in November, which I really look forward to, and it was the reason I decided not to buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because, well, having to play Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed Valhalla simultaneously...
Stop, I tell you. He's off.
Yeah, no.
Coward! Get back here! Bastard's trying to get away! Huh?
Shut up. Getting on my nerves. Shanty! Or Shanty or whatever the correct pronunciation is. So yeah. But now that Cyberpunk was delayed again, which kind of was, well, not PR disaster, but, you know, saying that it will definitely not be delayed again a few hours before you announce the 21-day delay. That's not the best PR strategy, let's just put it that way. But yeah. Well, anyways, because that's the case, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You know, originally I didn't want to buy the game for many reasons. You know, because, well, it's a terrible Assassin's Creed game for once. You know, Ubisoft is leaving the franchise that Assassin's Creed is far and far more behind. The new games are not part of the Assassin's Creed franchise for me. They're just marketed as Assassin's Creed, because, you know, putting out another brand just doesn't work that well, but they have nothing in common with Assassin's Creed anymore. You know, no Assassins, no Creed, and they're just recycling the Ezio's family theme all over again. Bloody hell, the theme is called Ezio's family for a reason, you know? At least Origin did have its own theme. They copied Ezio's family too, for whatever reason. But, you know, at least it had its own theme. But Odyssey and Valhalla, well, they both kinda... well... yeah. So... let's just say that the new Assassin's Creed games are not Assassin's Creed games anymore. They are a complete different branch of things, and story-wise, I refuse to see them as part of the other game. Because they really... they don't fit into the world. You know? Much like the Star Wars sequels. They don't fit into the world they're supposed to exist in, you know? A lot of paradoxes, like, why on earth? I mean, it's something good that they made it happen. Just, you know, everything that came with it. You know, so there was a skill in Assassin's Creed Odyssey that neglected fall damage, which was really, really something you needed, just because the new climbing mechanism is crap. So, you know, you can get off mountains without killing your character. Imagine designing a game that's so badly designed you need a no damage skill for the game to work properly. Oh boy. Let's just say these games, they are quite atmospheric. And they are good RPGs. It's just, they are quite terrible Assassin's Creed games. And quite frankly, they're just bad design. Bad design doesn't mean they're bad games. Most people really miss this difference, especially with the Star Wars prequels. The sequels. The sequels are bad movies. They are bad Star Wars movies. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy them or can't like them. But if you don't accept that they're good, that they're not good, then you are missing the entire point of why they are bad. You know, you're missing the entire point. So refuse to see something as what it is. Yes, from my point of view. Most people say enjoy them. If you want, don't enjoy them, don't like, but no. For me, someone who enjoys the sequels is not a Star Wars fan. He is a sequel fan. And yes, many people might not like that, and a lot of people I follow, especially Star Wars channels and such, they view things differently. And that's fine, you know. But for me, these are just people that, well, yeah, that don't understand Star Wars or filmmaking or, you know, any of the involved topics. They can enjoy it. From my point of view, yeah, just enjoy it. Just don't tell me they're good movies, because they are not. And there's no other argument that says otherwise. There's no argument against that, you know? There's nothing that says, well, these are good movies. No, they're not. Not one thing. You know? Not even what the actors pull off. It's not like, oh my god, this movie should be Oscar nominated. No, it's really not. You know? yes, all of them did very good jobs of the actors. I don't want to deny that. But, you know, compare that to other movies marketed by Disney, coming out the same year as Star Wars movies. Such as the MCU movies, you know. 2019 had Avengers Endgame. So, you know, and Rise of Skywalker. The actors in Endgame were in almost everything a bit better than Star Wars. But that's just because, you know, even, I don't know, who was the best actor to have ever lived? I don't know. Even, you know, like the world's high class actors, you know, even they would have pulled off quite shitty with the given dialogue and the given character and the script and everything. Quite crappy. Because it's... Just... Bleh. Bleh. Yes, I'm turning off it, so the important information is Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming soon. Maybe a stream of it? Maybe a video? Maybe... Oh. This is a restricted area. Oh boy. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah. Maybe. But you most definitely will get some sort of review before we start the Let's Play. You know, timely, shortly after it arrived. After it arrives, I will give you some sort of review. Be it in one of the Pokemon parts where I talk about it, or, you know, something. You blind? I just murdered two of your men in front of you. I mean, not that that I want to, you know, I don't know the English word for that. I really hate what. I really hate it when that happens. Yeah. So back to me shitting about the Star Wars sequels. Basically everything about them was bad. You know? Except for the things that are good in a Star Wars movie. You can't fail those in a Star Wars movie. You know, like the music. You can't fail the music. It's John Williams, for fuck's sake. The music can't be terrible. The music is bound to win an Oscar. The visual effects, same thing. Which they didn't win because, well, they just say the Oscars are... They have no idea what movies are. It's just pointing out. The most renomated award for filmmaking has no idea what filmmaking is like. That's like someone who has no idea about teaching is supposed to teach teachers. Well, both these things exist, are a real thing, and are supported by large numbers of various people. So, you know, maybe it's our own fault, you know? If we support shit like this, and in the end we get shit like this. But who knows? So yeah, the visual effects and things like that. You know, lightsabers are cool. TIE fighters are cool. X-Wings are cool. You know, those things can't fail about a Star Wars movie, at least if you know, want to create something you can at least market in some sort of way. You know, those things are always good. But what the Star Wars movies stand and fall with are the characters and the story. You know? It's a fantasy world where you're supposed to be inclined with the characters, fall in love with their stories. You know? It's why the MCU is so successful. One of the reasons, not the sole reason. But you know, it's one of the main reasons why the MCU is so successful. The linked universe thing, Star Wars has that worked out long before the MCU ever came out. And all these references and people appearing there, and then Star Wars had already done all of this before the MCU was even an idea. That stuff happened right with the prequels, alright? That was nothing new. But it stands and falls with the characters. You know? That's why a lot of people dislike the prequels. They don't like the characters. You know? Some people say they are poorly written, which I really cannot understand. But I may be biased on that because I didn't grow up with the English, with the original English version. Just the German one where they fixed almost all the problems. So, you know, the dialogue between Anakin and Padme and everything else, it still gets over the same message whilst being not even remotely as badly written as everything else. You know, and some people saying Hayden Christensen played Anakin, but well, it's not his acting ability that made the character wooden. It was what the character was supposed to be. You know, like, nobody would be mad if I don't know, if someone plays the Joker as a crazy guy. Yeah, well, the Joker's supposed to be crazy. It's the Joker, for God's sake. He's supposed to be like this. Alright? Teeny angst Anakin is supposed to be a teenager boy who grew up with monks. He grew up amongst monks. Yeah, the Jedi are monks. And he just met the girl he fell in love with as a boy again. Basically, imagine having to go through the entirety of puberty within a few days. That's basically what happens. Of course he wouldn't. I mean, what? It's like he can't comprehend what's happening. Hint, hint. Because he grew up with monks. Hint, hint. How would you react? Not much differently from what he does. You know? He learns from a very early age to not let his emotions out. And when he does, when they slip through, it's a horrible mess. Of course it is. Because he doesn't want these emotions to be there. You know, that's the difference between Anakin in episode 2 and Anakin in episode 3. In episode 2, he declines the existence of his emotions. And when they break out, he still declines that they're there, even though it's quite obvious that they are there. But, well, they are, he doesn't want them to be there, so he just says, nope, my emotions are not there. As long as I pretend they're not there, they're not there. And when they break out, he starts to react irrational. It's standard human behavior. Like, you know, it's what people do. Have you ever watched people? People always behave like that. Which might say something about our race in more ways than we'd ever want it to. Stealth outfit, yes, that's not a bad idea. Considering we want to do some assassin contracts next part, which I will record right after this. Just want to get through with the topic. So yeah, or maybe not. We'll continue this in the next video. So you know, to keep you engaged, viewer engagement is something quite important on YouTube. I don't have it. Yeah. So I'll say that's it for the video. I will continue to talk about the topic in the next video, which will be uploaded on the 21st, 31st of October on Halloween. Yeah, this is for the 29th. Next video 2 days later. Yeah. So be sure to click in if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about or hear more. Not much learning involved there. Have a nice day. May the force be with you. And bye.